good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Tampa Bay Business Connection Show. I'm John Gaston. I'm your host. I'm one of your hosts, because if it's not me, it's going to be lovely Clara Rose, but she's on vacation, so it's to me. I'm here with Mark O'Donnell from RGA. Now, Tampa Bay Business Connection is all about getting all the networking groups together in the Tampa Bay area and giving them kudos on the air.
I like it.
Because you guys work hard.
We do work hard.
And you work very hard.
Thank you.
Because it's not just something you do part-time.
No,
this
I do it
is your world. Okay, tell me about RGA. And what does RGA stand for?
RGA stands for, well, it stands for several things.
I like that.
The first one is revenue generating activities.
Okay.
Because we believe what you do from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is a revenue generating activity. It's also a really great alternative. There's a lot of stuffy networking groups out there that, you know, if you miss a meeting or you don't watch a podcast or you don't pass a referral, you get your hand slapped. And we only think you should get your hand slapped as if you're in a movie theater with a girl and you do something inappropriate.
There you go.
Then you should get your hand slapped. But it's really great attitude, really great alternative. There's a lot of RGAs.
That's a lot. I like that.
That is a lot. But it's revenue generating activities. So we believe what you do from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. should be a revenue generating activity for your business. So we have breakfast and lunch meetings all over Tampa Bay, and we are growing. We're in Fort Myers, St. Louis, Nashville, beautiful Midtown Lakeland. I know. Can you believe it?
So what made you start RGA?
Well, the Reader's Digest condensed version.
We've got 11 minutes.
Oh, we have 11 minutes. Okay, so there was a different three group, and there were way too many rules and restrictions for my kind of thing. And then there was this group that was completely free, and they were really great folks. And it just seemed like they were expecting the referral god to drop referrals as we prayed for and gave gratitude for. And I'm not against any of those things, but when you come to a business meeting, it should be structured and organized where you can get either learn something or get a connection that should turn into closed business.
And how long have you been, how long has RGA been around?
RGA's been around we're going into 2020 as our 10th year. So we have a lot coming up. I mean, a lot of stuff coming up. We're doing Now Publishing is writing books. RGA is going to write the book on networking.
That's awesome.
I know, it's kind of like mind blown. We've grown our organization where we have highlighted two of our leaders that have kind of elevated to what we call a director position. They'll help me as we grow our organization nationwide. Lisa Jordan with Accent American and Jason Esterline with Intuitive Performance Solutions, which is a mouthful. And then we have team leaders all over Tampa Bay and growing.
Okay, so you know, all of you at home know that. Okay, so I belong to a networking group and they're huge and blah blah blah. Tell these people at home really how big you are. How many members?
We're over 800. Our goal is to have 1,000 by March 2020.
800.
There's 800 referral partners that, and they work together. So we're not a seat-specific organization. That's one of the biggest separations of us. And I love our Largo Seminole chapter because we have 6 realtors. One realtor really focuses on the beaches and condominiums. One realtor focuses on first-time home buyers. One realtor is a commercial realtor, so they're only dealing with warehouse space and land purchases. One focuses exclusively on the countryside area of Pinellas.
Okay.
Which I kind of thought, okay. And then a couple of the other ones are downtown St. Pete in the high-rise building. So everybody brings a special gift, where if they're in the other group.
See, I love the fact that it's everybody's welcome. I've been to groups and I belong to groups where if someone else comes in there just to visit, people have a hissy fit.
They do. They do.
And the cool thing, there is not a day, if I'm right, out of the 5-day work week, there's not one single day that does not have at least 1 or 2 or 3
or 7 RGA. Yes,
right.
It's funny. We've actually had members who've, I think it's a 10 meeting level that they've been to 10 different meetings. Breakfast meeting, lunch meeting, evening meeting, mixer, different RGAs. That's a little overkill, even from the founder himself. But you're able to replicate yourself because each chapter has a book that houses business cards in it. So even when you're not there,
Right.
your business card could be. But one of our members says he enjoys going to the different chapter meetings because he's able to see somebody that he's familiar with and meet new connections. So he always feels, and he says every chapter meeting is run the same. So it doesn't matter whether you're in Newport Richey or you're in Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. My marketing guy is like, I have to pick and choose every week. I'm like, I know. So this week you go to these, and the next week you go to these, and the next week you go to the breakfast, and then go to these.
Right.
I was, when we first started talking about doing the Tampa Bay Business Connection show, I'm like, okay, well, it won't be a big deal. We'll go to one or two. We'll hit like 4 out of the week. RGA alone has got us. 12 o'clock is pretty much RGA all week. And he goes, when do I go to the other ones? Like, I don't know. That's up to you, man.
Why would you go to the other ones?
And the thing is that's open. We're open this all up. But it's kind of funny. I put the blast out to all the networking groups that we knew about, and you got it. I mean, you understood it.
I knew your reputation, and that's how networking should work.
Right.
There shouldn't be any partisan lines. There shouldn't be any seat-specific anything. Because you should be able to do business with somebody you like, and you trust.
So give us, last week, I'm going to brag on you. Last week we were at Stumpy's.
Stumpy's Hatchet House. How cool is that?
As many network groups as I've done in all these events, I've never done it at a place where you can throw a hatchet and drink. That was amazing.
We did buy a one-day policy for $300,000 because I thought all we need is Ken to cut off a finger from throwing an hatch. Lisa would be like, Mark. Yeah, it was a one-day
But it was
policy.
not, and that's the kind of, so you do your normal meetings. You have the normal meetings, but you have the open, or what is it, open mixers?
Kind of open networking mixers where anybody's invited. And, we have a theory at RGA. There's some mixers and meetings that are like hundreds of people. You usually, when you go someplace, only meet 5 or 6 people that you really connect with. So having those hundreds of people do you no good because there's 95 people you never met.
Right.
So the smaller, more intimate gatherings, you at least get to meet and be introduced to everyone. And then there's 5 people you gravitate to. Stumpy's is a member of RGA, and it was just delighted to know the interest we took in them and how to kind of propel the gift-giving season.
Right.
I thought that was a great idea for a door prize to buy a trip back to Stumpy's Hatchet House. And, it was funny. We really thought there would be a big, it would be a male-dominated sport. And as we know, the women were better axe throwers.
Yes, they were.
So I don't know if that's a takeoff from Lizzie Borden or what. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, we started to say, well, you need to start throwing like a girl because they're hitting the target and making it stick.
So, and the good thing is about what we do as WeBeam TV is we're actually going to do a live stream from there one night. And so instead of being in the studio here in Tampa, we're actually going to follow them on their locations because the locations you guys have is absolutely phenomenal.
They're pretty clever. We have one. It's a monthly mixer. It's usually the first Thursday of the month. It's at 3C's Catering. And the nice thing about it is the mixer always benefits a charity. And the 3C's Catering donates the food. So it's a $5 entry fee.
Right.
And you get to meet people from all over the network because it's conveniently located between the jail in Hillsborough County, if you know where the jail is, or the casino.
Right.
Just between those two at 3C's Catering, Cafe Delaney.
So, so one of the other reasons I loved Mark jumping on board with our show is the fact that this is, you guys have got a lot going on. You have, now you're doing a show with us.
Right.
You have your own podcast.
It was funny when we first formed RGA back in the day. Life Improvement Radio said, "Hey, you need to do a podcast," and I'm like, "What the heck is that?" And he's like, "Oh, that's where you listen on the computer." And us old guys, I'm like, "People actually listen on the computer?"
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was an access to the internet and porn, but there's really radio shows.
There's more out there.
There's more out there. So we've been doing. podcast before podcasts are cool. We're in well over 200 episodes. It's sort of a big deal when you go onto Apple and iTunes. We've got a couple podcasts that have gone kind of platinum. We had an insurance agent who I mistakenly said, "What's the most unusual thing you've ever insured?"
Oh my.
That would be Daryl Stidham with Allstate. You need to listen to his podcast because we're going to keep this a G-rated TV. But there's just different podcasts that have not only are they informative, they're educational, and they're entertaining. So we did that before podcasting was cool.
So as a new member coming in, what can I expect?
So wow, what can I expect? Well, first of all, you get a lot of emails. You get an email with our membership book on how to network. We don't make you do any university classes or go to things, but there's certain moms. We do what we call moms, dads, bobs, and families.
And what do those stand for?
They're our own acronyms. Moms are meetings outside the meetings. Dads are discussions after dinner. Bobs are business over breakfast. When we get together, it's not really to sell each other. It's to teach us how to sell you to your fellow networkers. So you ask for key things like, John, what would I listen for to help refer you when someone speaks about their business and the challenges they're facing? Because whenever I meet with someone, my question I always ask is, I have about 800 of my closest business referral partners, and one of them can help you. What are you struggling in your business today? And if they tell me I would know somebody who can help them with banking, with getting their business promoted, with websites, with t-shirt design, auto repair, their office smells, I can't think of if somebody has ever said something that I haven't said. I know.
And then you get a phone call from this lady that she really wants to do an interview with you. She will chase you down to get that interview done. I'm just telling you right now, and she does a wonderful job.
She does a wonderful job.
Really, really
so
does.
It's not just me. We have 2 area directors. We have a lot of team leaders. There's about 40 of those folks, and almost 900 members. And we have a whole crew behind us. We have a professional writer on staff that interviews. She does I'm not that smart. I just know really smart people.
Well, that's what you're doing. You're supposed to surround yourself with people that know more than you, so you look really good.
Well, then I have completed that task.
You are golden.
I am on fire when it comes to that.
So how do people find you?
RGAnetwork.net. If you want to connect with us socially, of course, Revenue Generating Activities Network on Facebook or LinkedIn. So we're practically all over. If you like our page, we will definitely like your page back.
All right, so we got about 30 seconds left here, and just one good, quick parting.
RGA, it's networking that works for today.
There you go. We'll be right back shortly. We got a realtor coming on. We had Accent
American.
Oh, they
clean up, and they are like the #1 in Tampa Bay for creative loafing. Tampa Bay Magazine. They've won so many awards.
Everywhere.
Their wall is full.
And they're good people. We'll be right back after this. Everybody, we're back. Tampa Bay Business Connection Show. I'm here with Mike LaVoy. I was going to say Michael, but only when you're in trouble.
Only when I'm in trouble.
With the Dalton Wade LaVoy team.
Dalton Wade Real Estate.
Real estate.
The LaVoy team.
That's a lot. You're a realtor.
I am a realtor.
Are you a realtor that's really got it?
I have really put it together. So
let's talk about that. What do you do?
Okay.
What makes you different from everybody else?
We actually do a professional job. We follow up. We, answer the phone.
You return phone calls too.
Return
Right?
phone calls. When I get a text, I actually send a text back unless I'm driving. And then
Smart guy.
well, then I usually do anyhow. But emails, I actually respond to them. So, we're a little more proactive than what you might get from any other realtor.
That's a good thing.
Number
right?
one problem with the public is communication with their realtor.
That is correct. Now, okay, so let's talk about the LaVoy team. I mean, where is are you Hillsborough, Pinellas County?
Well, like any realtor in Florida, I will go anywhere for the price. I will do Tallahassee for $1 million.
Really?
750 even. I would go to Tallahassee, you bet.
Yeah.
But yes, we concentrate primarily on northern Hillsborough, Pasco, and northwest Pinellas.
Nice. That's a good area. Pasco's growing.
Pasco's really growing. Towns like Spring Hill are it's amazing how many people are moving into that town.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember because we live up in NPR, Newport Richey, and I remember when there was nothing out there. Now it's like it's a mecca of houses. It's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
The place that's really scary is 54.
Yes.
Through Pasco. When I moved here, that was a 2-lane road. It was
a two-lane
difficult to
road.
get down then. It's 6 lanes now, and it's equally difficult
now
to get down there. I don't know where they're going to put the cars.
So how long have you been in this world?
Real estate world,
Yep.
technically since 2013.
Okay.
I used to own a registered investment advisory firm.
Nice.
And in the crash of 07 and 08, I helped a lot of people buy rental properties.
Okay.
And I was farming that business out to a real estate agent who was making big bucks, and I was charging $500.
Oh.
So,
The light
and
bulb
after
went off.
30 years of doing that, I'm thinking, I'm really over this. I'm tired of waking up at 3 in the morning to watch Bloomberg to find out what's going on in the stock market.
Right.
Although I still wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning now, but that's because I have to, go to the head.
Yeah.
It's kind of become a habit.
It's an age thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sorry.
I hate
I'm
that.
just
I
saying.
hate that part. But in 2011, I arranged to sell the business. And 13, I divested completely and went full-time real estate.
Wow.
And I love it. I don't have to worry about what's going on in France
No.
so
no,
much.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Because people are gonna
Brexit's
buy
not
the
a thing
house.
for you.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice one way to just get it out of the news, but it's not going to affect whether somebody sells our house or buy a house.
Right. Right. Okay. And do you have a special, like, are you waterfront or are you country homes, horse homes?
Not really, no.
Just a good
Mostly-
old-fashioned realtor.
Yeah, I mean, the Cheval, that type of house,
Mm-hmm.
Ladera, Carrollwood, all that area, all the new houses out there in Pasco. We got Starkey Ranch, Bexley. I mean, there's new houses going up all the place out
You
there.
have a big team with you?
There's 5 of us.
5?
Not
That's a
big,
good.
but
That's a good
yeah.
sized team.
My wife and I. She's the looks of in the group, and she.
And where's she?
She is actually she's working.
See, she's selling the house. Yeah.
Somebody has to work.
Someone's got to do the job. right?
Yeah. I'm goofing off. Don't tell her I said that.
I won't.
Okay, good.
Shh.
Yeah.
No one. Don't.
I went to good schools too.
Yeah.
I have a closing coordinator that works with us.
Nice.
She does all the paperwork. So once we ink a deal, I can forget about it for the most part and go on to do something else because I am not good with the dots and the T's and all that stuff. Details I don't like.
Right.
And I've got David Thomas is our marketing person, and I use Kelly Williams as my PR person.
Nice. Well, it's good to have a PR person.
Well, this is a spin doctor. She likes to call it spin doctor.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
tries to keep me.
Write
out of
that
trouble.
down, Rob. We actually might use that. That's pretty dang good right there.
She likes to try to keep me out of trouble, and it works. For most of the part.
For the most part?
Yeah. She just has
Until
to-
you hear Michael.
Yeah, she does that quite often.
And then
too,
you're
when
in
I think
trouble.
about it. Yeah, I got to change my name.
All right. So, okay, what are the trends? I mean, any new trends coming along? I mean, looks, size.
No, the big thing is
Locations.
the thing that's really selling out there are the new subdivisions. They're popping up, and there are still 150 people every year. 150 people every day moving into the basic Tampa Bay area.
Right.
They got to live somewhere. Those subdivisions are coming up out there, in mostly Pasco. And
Yeah,
they're filling them
52
up.
and 54 corridors are
Oh.
starting to just blow up
Yeah.
left and right. And I
Yeah.
know 52 they're widening now, so that means more housing's coming.
Well, you've got Connerton, which was supposed to be the next, big subdivision, and it
Right.
kind of fizzled in 08 and 09. It's booming. I mean,
It's
they're
coming
just
back.
selling a bunch of houses out there. So the
Right.
new housing market is really coming along, which is helping the secondary market because people, as they move up to the new homes, secondary houses come on
Right.
the market. The big issue right now is inventory.
Okay.
It still is tight, so we still are in a seller's market. Technically, it's about a 4-month supply, and 6-month is considered normal.
Right.
So we are still in a seller's market for most of the area.
So even those counties up there in Pasco and Hernando counties, those are starting to boom as well, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hernando County, especially northern Pasco, up by 52, and north. If you go up 41, there are 3 brand new subdivisions on the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Be on the left-hand side of the road you're going north. So it'll be
Okay.
the west, right? Yes.
Right.
And then when you take a left on 52, it's packed up there.
Right.
Towns like south of Brooksville,
Mhm.
there's subdivisions going in there. Aaron's Cutoff. Aaron Cutoff used to be a country road.
Yeah.
That has got 2 or 3 brand new subdivisions growing in there, and
Wow.
they're not cheap houses. They're starting at 400,000 and
Wow.
going up. I mean, they're not cheap.
Boy, I would have. Okay, so if you'd have said to me, I'm going to buy a house up in Pasco, in northern Pasco especially, I'd be like, yeah, you're going to get one about 250.
No,
Yeah. No, they're getting some big boy money up there.
Minimum's going to be 3.
That's awesome.
And
That's good for that economy up there
Sure
too.
it is. And I mean, it really builds the area out. The downside is that there's going to be a lot more traffic on Aaron Cutoff than what the people are used to.
Right. Yeah.
However,
Yeah, well,
growth.
progress is progress.
Yeah.
I mean, the one reason that we bought where we bought is because there wasn't a lot of people there. Now all of a sudden there's people there, and even my own wife's like, "Hey, you might be able to talk me to being a halfback now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Really? How far half?" And she goes, "Probably South Carolina, North Carolina area." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Everybody's moving there."
Yeah.
And we go west, go west, go west.
what's west? I mean,
I love New Mexico. I think it's beautiful out
that's
there.
way west.
That's
like,
way
that's
west.
beyond the Mississippi.
Well, I grew up all down south, so I mean, I've lived in every state.
I didn't know there was anything west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, there is kind of. It's all desolate farmlands and
Yeah.
in deserts and stuff like that.
Cool.
So, okay, so if I wanted to get a hold of you,
Mhm.
how do I get a hold of you?
You could look at LinkedIn. You could look at Facebook. It is we have a website that is yourtamparealtors.com. I think you've got my phone number, which is going to be splashed on the
Yeah, I
screen
think it's.
somewhere.
I think we're gonna. We've been putting. Oh,
See?
there, right there. It's
That-
813-864-6370.
That'll
That's
get
awesome.
me extension
That'll
number
get
1.
Extension 1.
I'm the primary,
So extension 2's mom,
pretty much. Yeah.
mama.
And
Yeah.
then 3. I think
That's the
is,
boss. I just want everybody to know. That's the boss.
Yeah,
You
she's
can call
the
mom.
one that I don't want to go there.
I don't want to go.
It's not pretty. Because I'm sure she's going to see this sooner or later, and I'm already in enough trouble as it is. I don't need to compound that issue.
Yeah, just don't drive it in there. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. All right. So tell me something else about you that people don't know. Tell me something you don't know.
Something that I don't know.
No, that someone doesn't know about you.
That I am an avid motorcyclist.
No way.
I do have owned several of them. I've been riding since basically 1975, which puts
Wow.
me at a older age.
You're young.
Yeah, whatever.
You're young. Yeah.
63 is a new, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do own a Harley now. I've owned a couple of them. So we ride all over the place. We go to North Carolina.
North
Where you wanna
Carolina?
go.
Well, that's where Mama wants to go.
Yeah,
Daddy
it's-
wants
it's
to go out
beautiful up
west.
there on
But
the bike.
it is beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go up there in August. The temperature's 75, 76 degrees, no humidity. I can handle it.
Okay. So I have a question for you, and
Okay.
we try to ask this to everybody. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
That I've ever been given?
And not anything that Mark says, because that's crazy stuff.
Mark who?
I know.
Best advice, don't get married a third time.
Whoa. That's
I'm just saying.
just saying.
Okay.
Should have met her the first time.
That's what I did the second time.
Okay. That's awesome. Absolutely. Okay. And what else do people need to know about the Dalton Wade, the LaVoy team?
Dalton Wade is a real estate group. It's out of St. Pete. There's about 400 agents across the state.
Okay.
It's all state of Florida.
Right?
They are all pretty good people. The ones that I've met, haven't met them all. I don't get to Miami, so I don't meet them. The LaVoy team is, we're just committed to, our slogan is uncommon professionalism, uncommon results.
Okay.
And
That's
what we
excellent.
try to do.
How long have you been an RGA member?
Probably 4 years.
How's it been working for you?
Works real well.
Yeah.
We had that issue with Mark and his whole deal, but
It's
you
that
know,
Mark guy again.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just amazing. But he is a great guy.
Right.
Hey, don't tell him I said that.
Okay. Won't go to his head or
He
nothing.
does have a great organization. The part I like is it's multi-seat, not seat specific.
Let me ask you about that question. So you come into a networking group, because I mean, most networking groups you go into, and there's like multiple realtors. I mean, they just don't, they're not happy with that. But you guys seem to make it work really well.
Well, yeah, because there's enough business out there. It's not like there's 6 houses being sold. This is not, East Bejesus, Omaha.
Right.
There are a lot of houses being sold. There is business out there. There's enough business for everybody. I'm not really excited about some of my agents that I have to work with because they're not exactly, well, let's not go down that road.
Yeah, it would be nice.
The guys in the RGA, they want to work. They want to help. They will, George is a great resource. He'll tell you whatever you want to know. Not that he may expand a little bit more than you wanted to know, but he will tell you what he knows.
Right.
He'll help you. And most of the realtors in the business are like that. If you ask the vast majority of them, they will all help you.
It sounds to me like the ones that have been in it for a while, they get that understanding that you've all got to work together. It's got to be a synergy thing, so that way, because a seller may have a buyer and you may have a buyer that needs that. So
Exactly.
it really is good energy to just work well with everybody.
Well, and cooperate.
Right.
I mean, there's no reason to get upset with the person. It's not going to help the situation.
No,
So just
it's
cooperate, go down the road, make the customers happy, and go out and have a beer afterwards.
There you
relax.
go. All right, so if you need to get a hold of Mike, we're going to throw we're going to put his information up there one more time. His phone number, or actually the LaVoy Real Estate Team, and then the phone number is 813-864-6370. I have a southern thing. Everybody tells me I mumble, but you can always go to www.thelavoyteam.com. That's, to me, all your information's on there.
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah, about the motorcycling thing and education and
Right.
how I came to Tampa.
All right, so we're gonna throw to a commercial real quick, and we'll come back, and we've got some more great guests right in the lineup, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to that business business show. It's not that business show. It's Tampa Bay Business Connection Show, and I'm here with Linda Ray.
Yes.
Now, do you want me to say the other one, or is it just Linda Ray?
Linda Ray works.
Okay, Linda Ray. You are the appreciation specialist.
That's correct.
Okay. Let me know what the appreciation specialist is.
Well, an appreciation specialist is someone who helps businesses send appreciation to their customers and clients and stay in touch, which is extremely important in this digital world that we live in. One of the touches that has kind of been lost is the physical, tangible touch. And with Send Out Cards, I help people do that because we send a real greeting card from the computer that goes right to their mailbox, the old-fashioned way.
Wow. Okay, so the digital card's not a good way to do that?
It is, well, digital is fine. I find that people are opening less and less email now. So finding a way to reach out that sets you apart from all your competition.
Right.
Send Out Cards will help you do that.
I do like getting a card in the mail. I like getting that tangible, that thing, because Christmas time or birthdays, whatever, we hang them all up, and my wife's got this whole thing of cards going across.
I love it.
So so tell us about Send Out Cards. That's right. Send Out Cards, am I correct?
Send Out Cards, right. I got in Send Out Cards about 14 years ago.
Oh, so this is not something you just picked up like a couple years ago, son. This is kind of cool part-timey thing. This is actually
I am doing this.
You got time in this.
You betcha.
Excellent.
Yes, and I started using the system because I was doing a business and I wanted to stay in touch. And it was so difficult. You had to go get a card, you had to go get a stamp, then you had to write it out, get it into the mailbox. And I fell down on one of those steps along the way. So they'd never get to the mailbox.
Right.
So when I found Send Out Cards, I was doing a business and I wanted to create better retention.
Okay.
So I said to the woman that showed this to me, I would give this system a try, and I would actually sign other people up so it pays for itself. And I did exactly that, and I started using it, and it got to be big enough, and I got a bigger check for this business than I got for the one I was doing when I signed up to use it.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
decided that this is a valuable tool. People are going to want to use this.
Now, does it cover every occasion?
Any occasion you want, and some not occasions, just because
Just
cards.
because.
We have over 15,000 cards in the system, or you can make your own.
Oh,
with
wait a
your
minute. So you
own
can
pictures.
customize cards?
You can customize cards. You can put your own pictures on the card.
I don't think anybody wants my picture on a card, but I
come
understand.
on.
No,
Somebody
I'm good
wants
with
that picture.
Mama, maybe, maybe. So you can custom it. Now let me ask you this: can you go in? Is it a one-time thing where I can use it once, or do I have to sign up for an account? Or
You sign up for an account.
Okay.
We have a subscription, and we have 4 different levels of that
Okay.
subscription. And I'll help you identify the one that's going to work best for you, for your
Okay.
business. And then you can use the system all year long and stay in touch with your customers and clients.
so now do I upload? So if I upload the addresses and all, does it have a tattler system or a tickler system going? Hey, by the way, this is someone's birthday, or
Yes.
this is the anniversary of this client that came on with you 5 years ago. You need to send them something.
That's correct. You get a 14-day reminder on a birthday. So it lets you know that you better send this guy or gal a card. So you can log right in and choose your card, or you can have a campaign, which is a series of cards. You can set up the campaign and then just click and send for the whole month, and it'll send that birthday card 7 days prior so they receive the card in the mail. And you can do that once a month, list everybody that has a birthday
And
in
prepay
January,
for it, whole 9 yards, and it just goes out by itself.
and it goes out.
So I could sit down at the beginning of the year, and all the birthdays that I have, I can go in there and put them in there. This is what I want. This is the card I want. This I want it to say, and pay for it all, and then boom, it goes out.
That's correct.
Oh, husbands, if you ain't using this, me and you got to talk. I mean, because you got anniversaries, you got birth, you never forget. You
That's
look like a
right.
rock star.
That's right. And my whole family, when I signed up for send out cards, because I was always wanting to send them cards, but I never quite got there, right?
Right.
I'd buy a birthday card and call my sister and say, hey, sis, I'm going to read you the card. And she'd always laugh. And I'd say, and best news is I get to use it again next year.
Right, exactly.
So the cards would never get in the mail.
Wow. Okay. What's the average cost to have a card go out?
The average cost on this is $2.50 a card.
Oh, I know that I have gone to the store and I bought cards that cost me $9, $10, $11, $15.
Did they have any pictures on them?
No, they were
Of your
just
family?
No, they were just everybody else's. and you get one card on that person just picked. I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to get that card. I mean, no, I know it's a birthday card, but still. So you can actually go in there and customize.
That's correct. You
That
go
is
in there
so
and
cool.
Put all kinds of pictures. I'm not sure if this one has. Oh yeah, this has got actually my picture on
Show
it.
it to that camera right over. That's your camera right there.
This one right
No,
here.
right here. That one
here?
right
Oh,
there.
okay, there
Look
we
at
go.
there. You got your picture
Right,
on it.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
I received this card from a good friend of mine that was watching me go to the gym every day. So he put lots of pictures in there, just a nice quick little note to celebrate my staying steady to the gym,
That
right?
is absolutely
so,
phenomenal.
Yeah, we pulled the pictures right off Facebook.
Oh,
And popped it into the card, and next day it was printed stuff, stamped, and mailed for him.
wow.
He never had to touch it.
I'm just saying, I'm still sitting here going, oh my gosh, I'll never forget another anniversary, a birthday, Christmas,
Your
Halloween.
whole life could change
It
here.
could, because you know how many cards I have in my truck that I never sent or gave because I forgot. I got them in the morning and put them in there, and like I forgot about them.
Yeah, I call it my dead card file. I
Yeah.
used to have one. I don't have that any longer.
Now,
So-
do you have any other products other than cards that?
Well, you can send gifts with the cards. So you can send, we have to die for sea salt caramels.
I like
and
candy.
Our brownies are kind of famous. So they keep them frozen until they're ready to send. And
Right.
you order the brownies, they pull them out of the freezer, they print the card, they lay the card in a transparent envelope on the top of the brownies, and you receive a gift in the mail.
That is so okay. So I get a client in, and that's their anniversary date that they came in on, and then I can say, hey, in 3 months, I want to send them a card. Thanks for being in there. In 6 months, then 1 year. Well, you've been with us for a year. That's possible.
That is absolutely possible.
And you gotta love that.
I know. Relationship marketing.
Now I get the appreciation specialist.
See?
It makes way more sense now.
It does, doesn't it? Once you understand. People ask me, it's really been a good name because people, what is an appreciation specialist? So it's been a really good
And okay, so
find.
not only is this, because you learned this, it's not only is this good for your company and good for probably your relationship with your wife and stuff, but this is also a good business opportunity.
An excellent business opportunity.
Let's talk about that.
So, like I say, I've been doing send-out cards for 14 years. It's residual income. Our retention for send-out cards is one of the best in the industry. I have
Really?
customers dating back to 2005 who are still using it. They just did their Christmas order. It's a financial company over in Orlando. And they go in every year and they use the system. So it's just repeat business, and I earn residual income.
So if I sign up, so I can sign up under you,
That's correct.
or preferably under you, and then now that gives me the ability. Not only do I can make some money and do some, but now you make money as well because you. I know I hate the word downline. I hate the word pyramid schemes and all that stuff. But it's sales is sales. That is absolutely phenomenal.
It's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
It's never been done before for greeting cards, so we have a very unique product. One thing I like about our product is you don't have to use my product to experience my product.
Right. Okay.
Because when I send you a card, if you're not a customer of mine, then you get the experience of receiving that card.
Got
So
it.
it's really a wonderful service.
So how
and
hard is it to get signed up?
you can go to appreciationspecialist.com and just click on that. It says send a free card. You can click on send the free card. I pay for your first one with your postage.
Wow.
So go
Okay.
ahead and give it a try, and then from there we just pick the right subscription that works for you and what you're doing and what you want to use it for. So that's how you get signed up.
So we have a couple of minutes. Let's talk about the types of subscription, if you can. Let's go a little bit on each one.
We have what I call Grandma's subscription. That's a free account. You don't pay a monthly cost for that.
Okay.
For each card, you'd pay $2.75, and if you put pictures on it, you'd pay $1 more.
Okay.
So Grandma's going to use it maybe once or twice a month. My mother at 89 used send-out cards all the time.
Okay.
So she loved it, and it was a really cool system. So you can get the free one if you're just going to send 1 or 2 or 3 cards a month. The $17 plan, your cards will run you $2.25 a card plus your postage. So then you can use it. If you did a group of 30 cards or more, you'll pay $2 for each one of those cards.
Oh, so you get a bulk rate.
Plus
Okay.
your postage.
Right.
You'll get a 15% discount on the gifts with that. You go to the $37 plan, and you get 30 free cards a month,
Oh, that's good.
and then you just pay for the postage. So they have to be what we call a heartfelt card, which is a card that I create for just one person. I don't send it to anyone else, just
Right.
that one person receives that heartfelt card, touch their heart, and so that one is $37 a month. And then we have a $97 plan, and you can send cards plus your postage included to anywhere in the world all month long.
Really?
Yes. It can't be the same card to 10 people.
Oh, but that'd
It's
be good for a
individual
business.
cards. Absolutely.
That means
Yes.
$97 to retain clients. That's absolutely phenomenal.
I was working with a gentleman who does health insurance today, and he said, I earn an average of about $250 residual for every client that I have. And he said, these cards he bought the plan. We have a package where you can buy 300 cards all at once. That makes them $1.31 a plan. So he bought that package. He said, for less than $2, I get to keep a customer because I stay top of mind with them.
Right, exactly.
So it's important.
So Linda Ray, Appreciation Specialist, saving marriages. I'm just saying.
No easy job.
Keeping families together, right? And then
That's
keeping
right.
businesses that's absolutely phenomenal. So okay, so www.appreciationspecialist.com. So that throw that phone number back up there one more time. 813-727-7442.
Awesome.
I'm going to ask you the same questions I ask other people. What's the best advice you've been given?
The best advice is to be kind and be nice to people all the time. All the time.
I'm boss tech. I have a hard time with that. But anyway,
Walk away.
we
Walk away.
have some probably the best cleaning people coming up next that you're going to meet in Tampa Bay area. So we'll be right back after this. We're back, and if it's a bloody mess, these two can get out. They can clean it up. I'm just saying. Anyway, this is Lisa and Ken. Lisa and Ken Jordan. I'm always trying to be.
There you go.
We don't do boring stuff on our
Carpet
shows.
cleaning to crime scenes is what I always tell
that
people.
blew me away when I first
Yes.
met you guys. Oh yeah, we do crime scenes. I'm like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
Hey, and then I told my wife that when I got home, she goes, no ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, fine. So let's talk about Accent America.
All right.
Because it's not just another cleaning company.
No, it's not. Ken is a certified triple master through the IICRC, which is the highest level of training and certification you can get through the IICRC. And he's been a triple master since 1994.
Oh, so it wasn't recent.
This isn't recent.
He got some years. He's a black belt. He's a third or fourth degree black belt.
Literally, he is a third-degree black belt in combined combative martial arts and going for his fourth degree.
Look at this man's shirt. I'm just going to say this right now. This is He's got NASCAR beat.
Actually, right now,
Look at him.
Purdue University teaches this industry,
Really?
and to get to where I'm at right now is 10 years
Wow.
from start to finish. Full blown
10
design.
years
Yes.
you've got to do to get where he's at now.
Right.
Right now
And
in
he's
Purdue
been that since
University.
94.
He's been it since 94. He's been approached to be an instructor before.
No, okay, so I listen to everybody's 30-second.
Right.
So you're not just cleaning, but you got big law firms calling you.
Yes, we do. We have a couple of the big law firms that we work with as an expert witness. We've also worked with some of the insurance companies as a peer review and expert.
And not only do the big boys call you, but you're award winning.
Yes, we are.
Let's talk about some of these awards. They're
Let's
pretty
talk
cool.
about some of these
I like
awards. Just recently, we were voted the best carpet cleaner gold winner by the Tampa Bay Times People's Choice Awards. We did beat the guys in the yellow trucks. I'm very happy about that because they are a national franchise and we are family owned and operated. Creative Loafing Awards, we won second best for customer service, thanks to me. I'm the customer service person. And just today, we were honored to be a finalist in the Greater Riverview Chamber of Commerce Small Business of the Year Awards.
And we won a restoration award too, top 15, something like that.
Top 15 restoration companies in Florida. That was a magazine article that
Gotcha.
they named
That
us.
is-
And we were, I think, either number 1 or number 2 in that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so you really do clean. You really do clean crime scenes.
Yes.
We do. We clean crime scenes. We clean rodent infestation, sewage backups, mold remediation, water damage, fire damage. If it's a big mess, we clean it.
It kind of started, everything, I started the business 35 years ago. And of course, it started with carpet cleaning.
Right.
And then from carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning. And we found out about certifications and training. And then from there came water damage, because if you got that big massive truck, who do you call to suck up the water? The guy with the big truck.
Right.
So we developed the water damage. And we had S500 industry standards and also helped develop some of them standards. And then we had mold, which is the S520 standard. These are all ANSI approved standards that stand up in a court of law. So those are the standards which you'll be judged by. We have odor decontamination, everything from cat urine and all of this to
dead body.
feces and dead bodies. So naturally, crime scene just falls in. So this whole industry was started just from janitorial, and it just progressed and progressed. And it's a science-based industry.
Yeah.
You got to know your science, your
So-
pHs, and a lot of stuff.
So how is, I mean, I see, I'm stuck on the crime scene. And to me, that's one thing I probably I would not want to clean. That's got to be just
Better us
Yeah.
than the family.
You can't really hire someone for that. Lisa and I, honestly, we will do most of the cleaning. I mean, we've seen some really nasty stuff. I mean, Lisa, she's got her heels on, but she's been in Tyvek, ripping out molded buildings. She's worked on crime scene.
I've cleaned up blood and brain matter. I've ripped out moldy drywall. I've
One thing to
sucked up
smell a
water,
dead
polished
animal,
floors.
but a human is unlike anything. You will never forget it. So, and it's tough, and it just takes a special kind of person to do it.
So now let me ask you this. Okay, say my house catches on fire. I'm sitting there with my insurance agency after the fire department's come and hose it all down. Do I call you or does he call you?
You call us. You have the absolute right by state law to hire who you want.
So if they say I'm going to bring the big yellow guys in, or
You
the big
can
green
say
guys,
no.
No.
You can
I
say
want
no.
accent.
You can say
Now, some
say no,
insurance
you want
companies
accent American.
now are trying to put in their language, so when you buy an insurance policy, something like People's Choice, they tell them they must have the right to repair. And I'm going to tell you, they get into a lot of trouble. So you before you sign with an insurance policy, find out, do I have
ask
the
your
right to
agent.
repair? Because by law, you can hire who you want. We have insurance companies that refer us. They love our work, but we also tell the client, you can hire who you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I write the estimates. I'm very well versed in insurance writing estimates, and I'm more knowledgeable about writing it than some of the other people. A lot of times, an insurance company wants to just hand you a check.
Right.
A lot of times, we'll say that's really not enough. This is what they left out: A, B, C, and D.
And when you're looking for homeowners insurance, don't go for the cheapest policy you can get.
You get what you pay for.
Find
Yes.
a qualified agent who will find you the best policy for your money.
So,
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Like, for example, sewage is not under your regular homeowner's policy.
right.
Okay. If you got car insurance and you let your kid deliver pizzas and they get into a wreck, you're no longer covered. That's commercial.
You have to have commercial auto for something like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Flood
That's- it's
insurance
like
is not
in
covered
flood
under water
insurance.
damage.
Yeah, in Florida, everyone should have flood insurance regardless of where you live.
So that insurance guy shows up at the house, and after a storm, or whatever, he says, "Here, sign this." You go, "Nope."
Not until you talk to someone like us first,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're not really sure, you're really agitated about it, call a public insurance adjuster. to
We
help
know
you
which
through the
companies
pro-
are good, which
Right.
ones are not, and sometimes we will refer a client to a public adjuster.
Okay.
Recently, we had a company we've been dealing with for over a year. They were very hard to deal with. Right now, they're in receivership. They're going out of business. Even the agent who sold them the policy said how horrendous they were. I hooked them with a public adjuster. The claim was in August. They just got their check the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, we're actually the studio's going through all that, so it's just not. It's not nice.
There's some insurance companies out there who were really fantastic and some who are really bad. So
Really?
you need to do your homework and find a good insurance agent through the RGA network, right?
Through
Yes.
the RG. We're going to come back to that, but I'm looking at his shirt. So I see SCRT, the Institute. I see Cleaning Community Gives Back.
Okay.
Right.
The SCRT is the Society of Cleaning and Restoration Technicians. That's just a trade organization. The IICRC is an important one. That's the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration Certification. That's where all these certifications come from.
And let's be clear, this is the only certification that stands up in a court of law.
Right.
You cannot create your own. There's a national franchise out there that has created their own, and it will not stand up in court.
Yeah, and then he's got the Carpet and Rug Institute. The Carpet and Rug Institute is manufacturers and distributors of carpet and flooring. So that's another industry
And they
organization.
tested chemicals to see what actually
Cleaning
worked.
Community Gives Back. I'm glad you noticed that one. That's
cool.
That's actually a charitable organization that I started and he helps me with.
Nice.
What we do is we reach out to other charity organizations and offer to clean their flooring and furniture at no charge. That we actually started doing that 5 years ago with Ronald McDonald House in Tampa, then moved on to Ronald McDonald House in St. Pete, which is a large 3-building facility.
Right, it's a big facility down
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's not that big compared to some of them. And then we started this organization in the beginning of this year. We had some help from some manufacturers and suppliers giving us chemicals and encouraging me to do this. And this year, with the help of several other wonderful cleaning companies in Florida, we've cleaned the Tampa house, the 3 St. Pete houses, the Gainesville Ronald McDonald house, the 3 really big houses in Orlando, and we are planning to do Jacksonville in April.
Wow.
We also have cleaned the Sylvia Thomas Center for Foster and Adoptive Families and Oasis Pregnancy Center, all for free to these charity organizations.
That is a lot of
And we're working
It's
to
a
get
lot of
other guys to
cleaning.
take it nationwide.
And it's a lot of organizing on my part. I reach out to other local carpet and upholstery cleaning companies in the area. So if any of you are local cleaning companies, get in touch with me if you want to get involved.
Okay, and the phone number is down there. It's Rob's going to put it up real quick. So
When you want it really clean,
813
you call 813-621-6015.
There you go.
That's
there
a
you go.
tagline.
Yeah,
yeah.
I bet he wrote that.
I know I did.
You did.
She did it.
There you go.
I take
I
care
came
of
up
all
with
that
don't call the guys in yellow and green.
Call
61 60
6015.
15.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so I'm reading over here, Ken Jordan, master cleaner, master restorer. Oh man, just that.
There's more.
I'm
we
a
just
senior
couldn't fit
flooring
it on the
inspector
shirt.
as well.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
a flooring inspector.
Right. I'm non-practicing. I got out of practicing because the mills kept me so busy with inspecting a lot of the problems. Like, for example, you see a wavy carpet. It was
Yes.
installed with a knee kicker, and that is wrong. You will get waves. All carpets should be installed with a power stretcher. So I just kept pissing people off because I told them it wasn't installed correctly.
Right.
I had a guy once in a deposition. He says, well, I've been doing this for 30 years. And I said, you got 1 year's experience and 29 years of repeating it. He literally came over the table.
Oh wow.
It's a good thing he didn't get to me. He wouldn't have done well.
Yeah, not well.
So that's a true story.
Wow.
I took him out in handcuffs.
So okay, I'm actually very proud to say that I have met another one in Tampa, one of the only. I guess you guys are a few far between.
There's about 600 worldwide
Right.
that are triple. There's triple master. There's master cleaner, master restorer, but there's also the triple master certification. I think there's
Fire, water, mold.
There's one other one in this area named Jerry. That may be the one you met.
Yeah.
I believe it is
Yes,
actually.
Mr. Kessie
Jerry
was his
Kessie, yes.
mentor.
Yep.
Okay. So I mean, so if I have an insurance claim to my, I guess to my insurance,
Yeah.
or a Home Depot or whoever installed the floor, like it just didn't right, they're gonna have to have someone like yourself
Exactly.
that has an honest come in and go, yep, that's wrong.
A lot of times the mill will contact me. A lot of times it's improperly cleaned. You dry cleaned the carpet that should have been hot water. The warranty's hot water extraction, not dry cleaning. So
Really?
you know, yes.
Yeah. If
You got to
look
use a
up-
hot water extraction. That is the industry standard for warranty. Started January 1st, 2008. Nothing is clean till you rinse it.
Shaw Mills is the largest manufacturer of residential flooring in the
know
country.
Shaw.
And including hard
you know,
floors.
so do we know Shaw well. He actually did a 10-minute interview for Shaw Flooring on carpet cleaning.
And allergies.
Yeah.
And in the video, actually it's on YouTube. I don't have the information, but I gave him the data that proves that carpets are better for allergies than hard floors.
Okay, so you're telling me all these guys that are coming in going, oh, we put this dry stuff down, this chemical, it's fine, it does a better job than...
How are they getting it out of your
Well, the
carpet?
dry stuff is a compound, and it leaves a sticky residue. In the other dry cleaning, where they spray and go over it with a towel,
Yes.
shampoo your hair and just use a towel to get it out.
Or
See
your
how that
beard.
works.
Yeah, shampoo your beard.
This
Yeah.
baby gets taken.
Or you call a franchise, and they have detergent coming through the line.
Right.
It's one fix for all.
Well, look up Shaw's warranty. It's online on
Yeah.
their website. It specifically states that the carpet must be cleaned with truck-mounted hot water extraction by an IICRC certified technician using CRI approved products.
you avoid the
Or you avoid the warranty. Do you think they're just going to put that in there? No, they did their research. They spent millions of dollars with the Carpet and Rug Institute.
Let me give you this
to
analogy.
determine which method was better.
Most carpets you're going to have are nylon, wool, polyester, or olefin. Nylon, you can't exceed a pH of 10 or you fry the anionic dye blockers, which is stain resistance. Wool, you can't exceed 8.5. Polyester and olefin, you can go very high. They're real hard plastic. They float in water. But did you also know that if the guy sells you Scotchgard or Teflon on polyester or olefin, you just wasted your money? Doesn't work.
He just
They're made out of a lot of oil. That's why they repel. So you got to mix your chemistry as you need it.
Wow.
Not called a franchise who builds every hamburger the same.
Right.
You got to mix your chemistry as you. Is there a lot of dog oil in this carpet? Well, I need an oil to get it out.
Right.
How do I mix
He
oil
can
and
go on
water?
for
I got to have
hours,
chemistry.
So,
Sounds like it.
yes,
So
he
you got
can,
to
and
you
that's
got to
just
do that to
carpet.
get it right.
I'm going to have to get you on a focus on business and let you talk about all this cool
Absolutely.
stuff.
Exactly.
So I know we're out of time, but one thing real quick. How's RGA been for you?
RGA is pretty awesome.
I mean, I'll give you a minute.
Well, I'm actually the area director for RGA, so if it wasn't such a great organization, I wouldn't be spending my time doing that.
Do you ever sleep?
Yeah, I do. I sleep a good 8 hours a night, but
Wow.
She
yeah.
sleeps good.
I,
does a lot of
I
work.
don't. I
know
can't
that.
turn it off.
Yeah,
I can see that actually.
Yeah.
I'm able to pick up tasks and get things done and go right back to what I was doing.
You are phenomenal. So one more time, let's say get a hold of them. Let's put their lower thirds back up there, Rob, real quick for me. 813-621-6015. I know you got that cool little
Yes.
jingle there. www.accentamerica.com. And thank you for tuning in to the Tampa Bay Business Connection Show. This is our episode 0001 because we have a lot of O's because we want to do a lot of
And because
episodes.
we're number one
You're number
in the
one.
Tampa Bay
Yeah.
area.
We will see everybody next.